Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Dolphins continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Jaguars going up against the Dolphins.
Okay, Larry, it's a late afternoon start here on a hot and humid afternoon in beautiful Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing, Hundley. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Hundley. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Throwing on first down. Hart. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dumps it off to Fournette. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here we go. What? Ohio. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, Hart. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Here we go. Flag round. Here we go.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Cousins on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. A handoff as they run the counter play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he is knocked down from the side at the 22-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. 1st quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals.
And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Slot man moves right. Now a handoff looking right. Finding room to the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Here's Cousins. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it down.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll drop the throw. And caught by Henry. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna let one fly for... And that's caught inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second and just 1. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Taco Charlton. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Ohio, let's go.
They'll run for it with Fournette. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down. Here's Cousins. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Cousins now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. 1, 9, 4. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Now Hundley. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Flex round.
Here's Here's a give to Fournette. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they try the right side here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanchez. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
I got 86. Come on, let's go.
Throwing, Hundley. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Oh, design run for their wideout. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Shift together here from the D-line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The play clock's running down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fights him off. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Legion getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has the only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Escapes the sand. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. That's caught inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it again with Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Time running out here on the play clock. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Fournette running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, it's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.